how it is currently. It is so hard to get heard. So many people making music, whether it's good or bad.
See, you guys are currently working on a bunch of stuff. You know what I also wanted to bring up too is you guys recently, I'm assuming recently, because I heard, and maybe I'm wrong, I think I was watching a podcast previously, like earlier in the summer, and you guys recently got signed to an independent label. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we're currently signed with a company called Curtain Call Records.
Okay.
They're kind of an affiliate of Sony. So yeah, we've been signed with them since June, and yeah, they're putting us through the ringer, man.
Yeah. What is that like? Because I mean, it's like, it's like you come up through and it's like, you think, so when we get signed, we're going to get signed. And now that the reality of like walk us through what changed from before and like the pros and cons of what you're experiencing.
Yeah. So I probably start with the cons. The cons is, I mean, they're pushing us into several different countries. They're playing us all over in Europe. We're like on a rock station down in New Zealand. Our song Shattered was like in the top 3 songs that they've been playing over the last month or so. And so, I mean, they're getting us into, like I said, a lot of different countries. They're helping us get to people's ears. And like how the industry is.
How would that be a con though?
Sorry, this is pro. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, how is that bad?
Ignore that. No.
Oh, okay. It's
so
a pro.
It's a pro.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're just helping us push out to, different countries and different people, and how the industry is running, how it is currently. It is so hard to get heard. There's many musicians. There's so many people making music, whether it's good or bad. It's just an oversaturation. And so, to anything to get kind of one step ahead or one step on top of what's going on is just, obviously a pro, not a con.
Right.
Yeah, they've been great to work with. They've been giving us a lot of hints on how to, grow our social media presence. They've got a lot of insight. They got a lot of years in the industry as a group. And so, all constructive feedback, of course, it's always good to hear. Sometimes that's hard to hear, but it's always good for you in the end. And then, I mean, as far as actual cons, I don't know if you can call it a con, but it's a lot of work. We're in weekly meetings with them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just, and they'd warned us, like, if you're going to sign this contract with us, this is going to be a lot of work. So get ready for it.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, to get your asses kicked, then this is not the contract for you. And they are true to their word. Which is good. They're holding us to, accountability for things that they want us to do. And I mean, it's definitely a lot of work, but it's been awesome experiences so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, like international exposure. I mean, what more can you ask for on that? And socially, like on the social media, like since I started following you guys, I just noticed that, like, at least over the summer, it was like all of a sudden there was this big push. Boom, boom. I'm seeing you guys in my feed all the time, and it was like new stuff. So, and my thought process on that was, okay, that's the label saying, hey, you got to get going, because there's another band. It's like a rock reggae band that I love called Bumpin' Uglies, and they kind of got signed to a label. And
those guys
Brendan
are badass.
Brendan hates doing the social media, but he's just like, they tell me I got to do it, so I'm fucking doing it, But and that's what it reminded me of.
It's brutal.
So right on though. So so far it's been a really good experience for you then.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They're trying right now. They're trying to push us into some festivals that are going to be coming up in 2025. So I don't think I'm at liberty to say what those are yet. But hopefully...
No, you're fine. You're fine. I didn't. Yeah.
Now is it a kind of a thing where they're helping you with stuff and they take a cut, or is there some type of remuneration for you guys right now? Like, when would it get to a point where you could feasibly like quit your day jobs, or have you quit your day jobs, or?
No, but yeah,
man, that's the dream.
Absolutely, man.
Let's work full time out. We call it day puke jobs.
It is
right.
Yeah, we have all outside jobs.
Well, that's the thing is that, part of what we were trying to bring on this show is kind of, get insights into what it's like to be a working musician, to be, in a creator, a DIY artist, and getting insights like this, we're hoping that people that are trying to decide, well, I think I want to be in a band. They may have a place where they can come and hear conversations among people that are doing it, have done it, and kind of hear the reality of what it is. Because I know for a lot of the young bands coming up, they think we get signed, that means we can quit doing this and we're just going to do this and it'll be great. And that's not the reality.
Yeah. Not even close. Like, it's just, right now they're, it's kind of more of like a PR push. They're giving us advice on our social medias. Like I said, they're pushing us out to all these different countries. So, it's everybody's dream to all of a sudden have a $1 million record contract, but it's just, the reality of the industry this day is that's just not a thing that's going to happen. So,
right,
you just do it for the love of it.
Well, sure, but do you feel like being connected with those guys have obviously leveled you guys up, to where maybe you were?
For sure.
So,
for sure, absolutely.
We've seen growth, and we've seen more interaction and things like that. So it's definitely something.
Right. No, and that's great. How was I going to follow up with that? So you guys, are they just trying to thinking when you say festivals, are they planning on touring, getting you guys on a tour or doing regional tours, or do they handle that, or you have kind of that's kind of on your own and they're more like a PR, we're going to help get your brand out there and see how it goes, I suppose?
Yeah, a lot of it's just they're trying to push us out, see what kind of markets, kind of pick us up, where are we growing our fan base at. And then as far as any kind of tours, that would be probably mostly on us. But what we're hoping to do is kind of coincide a festival and tour on the way and possibly on the way back. And so if we can get something like that lined up, we would be responsible to try to, book those shows to and from.
Right. But that would make sense if you did too, because why wouldn't you? I would, if you guys can afford it, that's the whole thing, is with a day job and you have mouths to feed at home, and bills to pay and a mortgage or whatnot. You're I could probably take a few days off, but I couldn't take 6 weeks off, and so, but I'd be inclined to do the same thing. If I got a festival and playing in California or whatever, maybe we could do a date in Nevada or another bar or some other small club in California. But, I think it's really cool that they are willing to, they understand that, you guys are family people. So they understand that they just don't expect you to give everything up and sacrifice everything, and try to make that work. So I think it's nice that they,
that's been, that's just been the good thing about Curtain Call is they're not, they're going to present us with these opportunities. We've been presented with a couple of opportunities to go on, small tours, but it's just okay, that's in Florida. It's on the East Coast. For us to be, we sit down and we take a look at the price. Mm-hmm. We gotta sleep, we gotta eat, we gotta, buy merch to support going on a tour because people are gonna want to buy stuff. And it's it's all that little thing, the things that you don't think about until you're presented with it. And then you're well, I need $20,000 to do this. And so, is this a good idea for us? Or,
or can you even feasibly do it? You've got,
So they've been really good about it.
The logistics of the money side with this, dealing with Curtain Call has kind of been eye-opening because it's hard. It's super hard to logistically make it work out and say, what am I willing to lose financially, to be able to do these things? It's definitely a hard decision to make sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. And it can almost sometimes feel kind of heartbreaking, because you're gosh, I'm so damn close. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's well, there's no guarantees either. You could, in your head, you think, well, I could just maybe what would happen if I sacrificed everything? I just left, my previous life and I just went for it. there's no guarantees that that's going to work out for you either.
No.
Yeah, so it's tough, but you know what? You guys are doing great.